What if Naruto was an Uchiha Part 2? While walking back to the compound, Naruto and Sasuke talked about what the test could possibly be, and the best ways that they could pass. They quickly come to the conclusion that it was most likely a spar against Kakashi, based on the fact that he openly said, "Don't eat breakfast or you'll puke," and the fact that he's also a Jonin of some renown. When they get back to the compound, they see Hiruzen stood there waiting for them. Both Naruto and Sasuke are visibly shocked that the Hokage is there, just waiting, and wonder if they did something wrong. However, he simply congratulates them both on becoming the Rookies of the Year and hands them each individual scrolls containing Jutsu from the Uchiha clan and the Uzumaki clan. Side note, the whole reason I started writing this was because I wanted to write something that involves the Uzumaki side more than canon does, because canon just kind of says, "Oh yay, strong life force," but you don't really see anything else with Naruto. But anyway, they thank the Hokage, and he tells them that he's expecting great things from both of them. Naruto replies, "Well, there's no fucking pressure there, then, is there?" To which Hiruzen just chuckles and then goes away. As they get home, they both open up their respective scrolls and activate their Sharingan. Both about one tomo each, but they have trained to the point that it takes very little chocolate to maintain. They analyze the scrolls, and something catches Naruto's eye. The adamantine chains. I don't know how you pronounce that. Fuck off. It says that the Uzumaki chains of pure chakra that come out of their bodies, that if the user is strong enough, can even subdue a tailed beast, like Kushina did with Kurama. So Naruto instantly goes outside to try and practice this and see if he can do it. He tries for hours, but he can't seem to get him out of his body. He can feel his chakra molding into chains, but they don't seem to want to come out. He tried it coming from his chest, that didn't work. Then he tried from his back, but that didn't work either. So he puts this on hold. Like, I'll try later, and just works on the jitsu he already knows, like Shadow Clones and the Fire Style and Windstar. Sasuke, however, finds one jitsu he really likes the sound of because he's a bit emo. Great Fire Annihilation. He practices jitsu, but can tell that because it takes so much chakra, that it should either be used to end a fight quickly or in a literal life or death situation, because it could be the death of him with no chakra. Because take your chakra to zero, you're dead. He smiles to himself, thinking this jitsu could be the end of Itachi, as long as he can master it, that is. Naruto and Sasuke spar off the training by themselves in order to train their Sharingan further, or should I say, hone their Sharingan further, and increase their base stats overall. After a few grueling hours, they call it a night, get something to eat. Naruto always votes for ramen because, he's slightly obsessed. Ever so slightly. And then they both head off to bed, getting a good sleep before the exam. The next day, Sasuke awakens to the sound of Naruto screaming. He immediately activates his Sharingan, but notices that everything's alright. It was just Naruto screaming from frustration as he gave the chains another try, but still nothing. Poor Naruto. Uh, Sasuke cracks a smile and tells Naruto that he has to get to the training grounds, otherwise they'll probably miss the exam. Little did they know. While on their way to the exam, they run into bitch features and walk together. Sakura is deciding on what to possibly say to apologize to Naruto for how she acted in the past, and, well, what to say at all, really, as she knows that Sasuke is pissed off with her as well. She finally gets the courage to speak up when they get to their destination. She tells Naruto that she's very sorry for what she said to him in the past, and that she will try and be less aggressive towards him. We all know that she beats the shit out of him. She mostly says this to try and appease Sasuke because she's a little simp. but she does mean it to some extent. She looks back to Sasuke and sees him just roll his eyes. Not exactly the reaction she was looking for, but Naruto accepted her apology nevertheless, as he is still his kind-hearted self as the original, but with a stronger resolve to becoming a full-fledged shinobi. 3 hours go by as they wait for Kakashi to turn up, so while they were there, they thought they'd come up with some kind of plan to take Kakashi on. When Kakashi eventually gets there, he says that a black cat crossed his path, so he has to go the long way around. Sakura, being an eternal brown noser and teacher's pet, says, "Oh, it's no trouble, Kakashi sensei," while Naruto and Sasuke both under their breath say that's bullshit. Kakashi then explains the bell test, saying, "If you don't come out with me the intent to kill, you'll never get the bells from me." Sakura points out that there is only 2 bells, and that no matter what, someone will fail. Kakashi tells her, "Well, it's up to you if you want to go back to the academy or not. But seeing as though you're again, I'm pretty sure you don't want to go to the academy. Stupid bitch." Kakashi then counts down 3, 2, 1. Start. Sakura jumps into the woods while Naruto and Sasuke stand there ready to take Kakashi on. Kakashi, amused by this, goes to pull out his Make-Out Paradise. Or is it Make-Out Tactics? I'm not too sure. But either way, that fucking 50 Shades of Grey book. When he notices that both of them have their Sharingan ready, and thinks it's maybe a bit more difficult than I imagined it to be. He then tells the duo to come at him, and Naruto dashes forward at speeds that Kakashi was not expecting, but quickly had to block. Naruto Naruto's physical strength was a surprise to Kakashi as well, thinking that if he didn't block, then that would really fucking hurt. While he was focusing on Naruto, he noticed that Sasuke had thrown a kunai with an explosive tag attached. Kakashi jumped back, but Naruto kept the pressure on him to try and stop him from using any jutsu. Another kunai flew past Kakashi and Naruto, but from the other direction. Kakashi pushed Naruto away to see that Sasuke was now behind him ready with the fireball jutsu. Kakashi quickly used the mud wall to block this attack, and then noticed that Sakura not doing much. Sakura was running out of the forest to his left, Naruto behind him, and Sasuke jumping from behind the wall. With no choice, Kakashi pulled up his headband, revealing his Sharingan, and quickly substituted behind Sasuke. Naruto, as an attempt to get Sasuke away from Kakashi, who was ready to give him a prostate exam, reached his hand out. With his arm stretched out, he inadvertently shot an adamantine chain from his hand, which pierced through Sasuke's shirt and pulled him away. Everyone was shocked to see this, but Naruto was grinning from ear to ear, thinking that he had finally found a way for him to use it. I'm saying that he can only use the chains through his hands because he's only half Uzumaki. Not exactly solid logic, but I'm the one writing it, so fuck it. Kakashi pulled his headband down and tells the team that they pass. He could see that the team was confused, so he explained that the whole point of this exam was teamwork, and while Sakura didn't do much, the overall tactic of cornering him so the whole team could move in at once was quite smart. You have a long way to go, but congratulations, you are from now on Team 7. Meet back here tomorrow for our first mission. Uh, the normal D ranks, as canon, go for several months because, plot and it's stupid because D rank missions are shit. Um, Kakashi could tell that Naruto, Sasuke, and even Sakura were getting annoyed and frustrated by the fact that it seemed that they were just being wasted entirely. So they tell this to Kakashi, and Kakashi tells him to calm down. He'll speak to the Hokage about it. So when they go after they do that fucking mission to get that bloody fat cat, they go to see Hiruzen, and Naruto kicks up his fuss like always. But this time Sasuke actually agrees with him and actually starts making a pouty face, which is really funny to me, personally, just thinking about it. So the Hokage eventually relents and says, "Right, I've got a C rank here. Nothing special. It's a bodyguarding mission for that drunk mess outside." So Tazuna comes in and starts saying his usual thing of, "Are these brats really going to protect me?" Like, yeah, Sakura won't know. Uh, so yeah, that's part two done. So fuck it, part three will be coming out whenever.